Ever wondered what the world would be like if we were not a democracy? Or thought of an escape plan if there was ever a worldwide catastrophe? In this podcast, we explore the book The Handmaid's Tale, written by Margaret Atwood, a Canadian novelist and poet. The book revolves around a hypothetical storyline as a speculative fiction, a dystopia where women are no longer seen as people, and their rights and that autonomy and identity are scripted for them. We will also use articles relating to the topic and how the book connects to the real world. In every episode, we talk about different topics regarding the idea presenting in the novel.
Brought to you by AI News.
Welcome to Handmaid's Tale, Novel Insights, Real Impact. I am your host, Valeria, and tonight we have the whole group with us, starting with Rodney.
Hi, I'm Rodney. Most of y'all know me already. I'm a professional photographer. I also have a doctorate degree in bioengineering.
We also have our jokester, Sarai.
Hi, I'm Sarai, the jokester, dear basketball.
And last but not least, a rarity to see, Melanie.
Hi, my name's Melanie, the one that never comes to school.
When we go back to the novel, The Handmaid's Tale, we go to this unfairness, those of high society who we know were mainly white individuals and those who were beneath them. That who were of color, non-white individuals, were homosexuals, supporters of abortion, political dissidents, aged or infertile women, and members who believed in other religions besides Christianity that was created by the statue. The question is, where in this novel does it show these specific individuals who showed public morality and private hypocrisy? In order for us to understand, we first need to identify what public morality and private hypocrisy even mean.
The difference between both of these things is that public morality refers to shared societal shared standards and legal, social, or ethical norms are applied to public life and collective behavior. While private hypocrisy occurs when an individual fails to practice the moral principles they preach or violate their own publicity stated values in private settings, often hiding selfish behaviors behind an honorable public image.
Now time for a quick advertisement break.
I'm tired of my dead, frizzy, and nappy hair.
Do you happen to have crusty, musty, or dead hair? We have the solution for you. Say goodbye to dry, frizzy, unmanageable hair. And hello to Silky Glow Hair Serum. Just a few drops and boom, your hair goes from rough and dull to smooth and shiny. And absolutely unstoppable.
Wait, my hair is not dull, musty, or nappy anymore. Yay!
That's right! Now we're crusty, musty, just silky, glossy, and confident hair. With Silky Glow Hair Serum, because your hair deserves to shine. From musty to must-have. Cut the cameras. Now back with the podcast.
Okay, but now knowing what both of these are, how do we find them in characters of the book? And how does the individual's private behavior affect their authority to uphold or advocate for public morality?
First, start with who the main characters of the story are and how each of them show the characteristics using claims and connecting into the real world.
Let's start with the main character, Offred.
We see Offred play into the first claim we created, which is when an individual acts according to society's standards, but completely is opposed to them in private. Throughout the story, we see Offred follow the rules given to her, but when talking internally or in rare moments out loud, we see how much she disapproves of society norms.
Okay, let's look into the book first. In chapter 9, Offred discovers Latin words scribbled on the wall. Nolite de bastardes garbo rondorum. It's translating to don't let the bastard grind you down.
How does this quote play into the claim?
Well, for those who don't know, Offred is a handmaid, a woman who is used to breeding for the commander and his wife. And of course, she does not like the role given to her in this society. But knows if she does not follow, she could end up in a worse situation. Does the specific quote in the book play into the claim? Well, it is a sign of resilience from society norms. The idea of wanting to rebel becomes a greater impact than the actual act.
Alright, now, we know where the claims is located in the book, but what about the real world?
You might not know this, but everyone you know relates to this claim.
How so?
Let's start with the question. Do you guys like the way our society is run in the current day, like our government and regulations?
No, I believe our society has become very chaotic, especially with the new laws the government and president have put on the people.
Our new president, and all he has done, from going to war and putting us at home, way to ICE and more.
No, I don't like it. The new rules from the government make everything feel so chaotic.
But I'm guessing even with these ideas you have about the government, you have never really opposed its laws. Yes, we all are against them, but we continue to follow the laws in order to stay safe.
In these instincts, we are like offered. We wish for the government to go down with its unfair laws, but we do it silently. That's how she offered, and us play into the claim, which is when an individual acts according to society standards, but completely is opposed to them in private.
Any additional comments on claim? All right, let's talk about a new character, Serena Joy. Serena Joy is another main character, known as the wife of the commander Alfred is working for. When we think of her, we see her play more into our second claim, which is more people as seen as understanding while they secretly have selfish desire no one is aware of.
But where does she in the book play into the claim?
I can take it from here. In chapter 15, we see how Serena Joy discovers Alfred's secret meeting with Nick, and instead of outing Alfred, outs to the eye. She decides to give Alfred a proposal, seeming kind and understanding. After all, Alfred had yet to conceive a child from the commander. Instead, she tells her she can continue her meeting with Nick with the idea of conceiving a child from him.
But where's the selfish desire?
It shows with the baby. She is deeply wanting a child that she is willing for it to come from someone else other than her own husband.
Commercial break!
Introducing the Nope 3000. Tired of problems? Simply don't have them. Are you overwhelmed with homework?
Nope.
Got chores to do?
Nope.
Having anxiety at 2 a.m.?
Double nope.
With the Nope 3000, just press the big red button and watch your responsibilities emotionally disappear. Physically, they're still there, but hey, the vibes matter. Features include one giant button, very satisfying to press, built-in voice that says nah in 12 languages, selective denial, advanced users only, and runs on pure procrastination.
Side effects may include missed deadlines, confused teachers, and a sudden urge to take a nap.
Order now and get a free note button. Warning, does not actually solve anything, but it feels like it does. Now back with the podcast.
So familiar, where would we find this in the real world though?
We see this kind of often in friend groups. Friends are known to be seen as understanding, especially because you trust them with your secrets. But they are also known to be the most comfortable to use these things against you, as well using kind words. I'm sure some of you have heard this phrase, I am the only one really knows how hard this is for you. They are also known to want to know a lot about your life, trying to find areas where you are low and use it to better themselves while seeming like they understand.
We already talked about Alfred and the Serena Joy, but what about the commander? I'm sure he also pays into claim, right?
Actually, he does. But not our third claim. It's actually our fourth claim. This claim is when a partner or person gives certain standards but refuses to do these certain standards for themselves. In my opinion, he is the easiest character to break down, though the book will see him break multiple laws that he created alongside those who were white men who created these laws. In chapter 23, the commander is seen breaking the rules by offering Alfred a chance to play Scribble, something that is forbidden for women to play. He wants those below him to follow the laws he created, but because he created them, he does not believe it should go against him. After all, they were the ones who created those, and they were created for those of lower status.
Talking about this claim, don't we see this with those of higher authority here? I mean, look at our president. He had multiple felonies on him, but because he had a power and connection, they were dismissed.
That is true. In the real world, those who have power in society will always get away with things. Until they lose power, only then will they have to pay for those consequences.
Okay, let's conclude this podcast with one more claim, our third claim.
That's right. The last claim is many huge groups in religion or politics have been known to talk about reforming or preaching to the people while using funds support to other causes.
Sound familiar to claim 3?
It's kind of similar, but the difference is that the third claim revolves around the government, while the fourth involves around anyone in society.
The new society in the novel is seen as a form in reforming what they see as the broken society. They wish to fix what is seen as improper. In chapter 27, we see Alfred and another handmaid walk into an area where they can ask for soul scrolls. The government preaches the importance of constant prayer. This system is actually a renewed generation's business. It turns a spiritual act into a commercial transactions that funds the state, proving that their interested in reform is tied to financial and social control.
Similar to current churches and other companies who say they want to help the community, for example.
The corporations or government claims funds are being used for green reform and environmental protection. On the contrary, a significant portion of those green subsidies are often used for fund lobbying efforts that are actually block stricter environmental regulations or subsidize clean coal, which is fossil fuel.
Any final opinions on claims? As we look back at the Handmaid's Tale, we see a world that justifies its cruelty throughout the lens of public morality. A strict performance-based code forced upon the marginalized, from people of color and the LGBTQ community, to political descendants and infertile women.
As we've seen, the morality is the hollow shell behind the closed doors of the Iliad. Private hypocrisy runs rampant, whether it is the commanders at Jezebel's or the quiet devastation from the laws they help write. The regime reveals itself not as mission for purity, but as a mechanism for power. Go power!
Before you go, I want you to think about this. In the real world, where morality is used as a weapon, who are the ones actually following the rules and who are the ones using those rules to hide? Thanks for listening to The Handmaid's Tale, Novel Insights, Real Impact. Next time, we'll dive deeper into specific scenes with its hypocrisy final cracks. Until then, stay vigilant.